You are on Inside Heavy. We are joined today by one of the toughest little bands anywhere. They're called For the Fallen Dreams. They hail from Lansing, Michigan, and we're joined by Jim Hawking, the guitarist for the band. We're going to talk about their new CD, which was just released in 2009, entitled Relentless. He's going to enlighten us about the band, where they come from, and where they're going. So don't go anywhere. We're coming right back with Jim Hawking from For the Fallen Dreams.
Hey, Inside Heavy has got your gear. We have created a shop where you can buy everything you need to display your favorite heavy metal band on your back. What are you looking for? Hats, t-shirts, patches, body jewelry, whatever. We got it in our heavy metal gear shop, powered by Amazon.com. Check it out.
We're back with Jim Hawking from For the Fallen Dreams, right here on Inside Heavy. We are joined by Jim Hawking, guitarist with For the Fallen Dreams. Jim, thanks for calling off the road and joining us here on Inside Heavy.
Oh, definitely, man. What's going on?
Oh, not too much. We run into each other in St. Louis, run out of time, and I had a long drive ahead of me, had to head back, but we wanted to throw some video up on the site with you, but it didn't work out, but we got you on the phone. That's good enough.
Yeah, for sure, man. We could probably hook up a video next time or something.
Oh, I'm sure we'll run into each other. I can see your guys' schedule. You're all over the place.
Oh, yeah, all over the place, all the time.
Jim, give us a little brief background. I know a lot of people know about your band for sure, but you're from Lansing, Michigan. Give us a little brief bio of your band, if you would.
Well, back in 2000, the very end of 2003, For the Fallen Dreams played their first show. And I was in the band at the time as well as our drummer. And we've gone through member changes since, but we just kind of played around Lansing and then kind of branched out into other cities in Michigan, started to get out in the region a little bit, and then we started booking our own tours around 2005. And just right when we got out of high school, we were just on the road nonstop, just booking our own tours, doing whatever we could, not making anything for money. Mm-hmm. A lot of it came out of our pocket, but we just kind of wanted to do it and try and see where it went. And we started making friends like that booked tours, and started getting better tours with bigger bands, and things just kind of spiraled. And once we got into like the summer of 2007, Summer 2007 was when Rise offered us the contract, mm-hmm. and we talked it over, and Craig was really awesome about everything and definitely wanted to push us real hard. So we got together with him, got in the studio with Joey Sturgis, and released Changes in January 8th, 2008. And
right.
Released Relentless a year and a half later, and here we are.
Fantastic. Now, am I mistaken, or between the two CDs, have you changed lead singers?
Yeah, actually, the new CD features our new vocalist, Dylan Richter. Mm-hmm. After Chad left in September 2008, September, mm-hmm. we were on tour at the time, so we called our friend, and we had played with his old band in Lansing, for years, and we mm-hmm. knew him pretty well, so we wanted to give him a call and see if he wanted to finish the tour, and things just kind of worked out, and he stuck with us. So.
Sure. So Chad had been in the band some time. Was his departure friendly, or?
Oh no, it was all good. We understood his situation and what he wanted to do and where he wanted to go with his life. So
sure.
We just kind of parted ways peacefully, and a couple months later, he started up another band mm-hmm. Called Legend.
Right.
And he was just kind of building that up little by little, and now they're signed to Rise and starting to do a little bit of touring. So mm-hmm. Check them out. They're definitely sick, and we're boys with all of them. I've heard a couple of kids thinking that there's beef or something between mm-hmm. Us and Legend just because of the departure, but
sure.
There's nothing like that. So.
Well, a person always has to wonder, when someone leaves a band, you think, well, why did they leave or whatever? Was it on bad terms? And A lot of times it's not. A lot of times it's just a change of life or whatever. But that's cool. That's great. Sure, Chad was slated to be on talking to me about 30 minutes ago, but we didn't hook up. We got our wires crossed through his management, same management you have. But
okay.
Or no, I'm sorry. Earshot.
There was Scott Lee.
Yeah, but we're gonna hook up tomorrow and talk, so you guys will be on the same update. So that's cool.
Awesome, man.
Tell me about Relentless. How did things go with recording Relentless? And tell me about Joey Sturgis, the genius from Indiana.
All right. Well, I'll start from the beginning a little bit. Like, sure. Once we started realizing that we had to write a whole nother CD, and we still had another, we had about 6 months of international tours ahead of us. Like, we went to Europe twice. We went to Australia all while we were writing the CD.
Wow.
Like, we were on tour the whole time we were writing, and the few times we were home, we would just get into, Andrew's bedroom and kind of track out all our ideas, and we basically did an entire CD of pre-production just on Fruity Loops and Adobe Audition.
Mm-hmm,
and, we just kind of tweaked the songs a little bit here and there, did what we could, always drove around and listened to it, made sure things sounded right. And when we got in the studio with Joey, which was a pretty awesome experience, as it always is. Like, the first time we were with him, and when we did changes, he was still in his old studio, which was like kind of out of the garage, and we had to stay at a hotel, so it was kind of tough commuting, and sitting in the dark garage all day was tough. But the new place he has is like a big house, and it's got bedrooms and stuff for all the bands to stay in, and he's got a kitchen and this and that, and like, it was very, very chill. It was a really relaxed environment, and working with Joey has always been, just the best. Like, he's a really chill dude. He knows what he's doing. He has the best ideas.
Right.
Always helps out with stuff, always gives his input. And
sure.
We work well together. Like, we're friends with Joey. We love working with him. It's awesome.
When I've talked about with several other bands about this, because a lot of bands work with him, he prefers not to use kind of software amplification for guitars and things like that. Does he do that? Did he do that with you guys as well?
Wait. What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Well, I've talked to several bands who work with Joey Sturgis or have, and they say that he prefers to use simulated guitar software and stuff like that. Did he do that with you guys?
He does like to do that. He's very into the digital age of recording, but I think why he does that is because it gives him so much freedom. Mm-hmm. Like, after something is recorded, to tweak anything he wants, like guitar tones, effects, like on the tones. You can do a lot more with digital recording than you can just, with an amp and a mic.
Right.
Some bands prefer to do it that way, but, I've never complained with how our records have turned out. I like the very full, just heavy sound that he comes up with every time.
Sure.
The mixes are great.
Well, I remember back in the day, this is before you could even punch in and punch out or cut and copy and paste, none of that stuff in the recording studio. The snare drum was the one that gave everybody fits and getting Mike just right in the studio, and it was like almost an impossible task to get right. Them days are gone now.
Oh yeah, man. The snare drum was always a hassle when we were trying to record the demos back in the day,
Right. Back in the days of tape and CDs in hand and all that kind of stuff. Now it's all on hard drives, and that's cool because it does give you a lot more freedom working with digital things with sound effects and all the stuff you can multi-layer in it. It's just so cool. But
I